Good morning, guys. Saving with Shay. Listen, I want to do my Q&A video for you guys. I have been putting this on the back burner for the last, I think I posted that video maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and I have been constantly putting it on the back burner. I have videos that I am in the process of editing for you guys, and so it's like I just have a few videos that are kind of like coming up. And so if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe so that you can stay in the know of knowing when I post the video. Make sure that you ring the little notification bell as well. And so I went through the video, went through comments. I've gone through some of the comments I've gotten since then, kind of going over some of the questions that I get the most often. Now, I didn't want this video to get too long, so I'm going to break it up into parts. So that it's not so long. I got a ton of questions. Well, I get a ton of questions about Brand Club. That I want to do in a separate video of its own, because I know a lot of us don't use Brand Club, and so I don't want to do a Q&A video and throw in a bunch of Brand Club when most of you guys are not necessarily using the app. And so that video will be on its own. I'm just admiring my arms right now, y'all. Like, I've been doing some things in the gym. I've been doing some, you guys know I have a fitness channel. Man, and it's crazy because it's just so off topic, but it's like, I'm telling you, those of you who are working out, you want to work out, you want to start, don't know where to start, just start, you know. And even when you think, you know, it's going slow or you're not seeing results, they're going to come. And it's funny because this was like, gosh, I want to say like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like thinking, dang, I want to see results. I'm not seeing results. And it's like, I'm just like, lately I've just been really pushing it, and I'm starting to see results, and I think it's amazing. You know what? I'm going to share with you guys. This is so off topic, but I'm going to share with you guys some pictures that I just recently took. I took last week. Well, the first one was when I was in that transition. Like I think I had gotten back into the gym, and I was working out for like maybe a month and a half or so. And then I took that picture, and then the second one is more recent, was last week. And I'm telling you guys, if you want to start, just start. All right. That's just my little piece of motivation for my couponing family here on YouTube. But listen, I don't want this video to get super long. And so what I'm going to do is break this Q&A video up into parts, just again, so it doesn't get super long. And so I'm going to go over anything that pertains to rebate apps, all those questions. We're just going to lump them into one. But for starters, if you're not using rebate apps, you guys, it's like the #1 way that you're going to get money back. Hell, it's the only way you're going to actually get money back. Of course, at checkout, we're using as many coupons as we can, or whenever we can, to lower the initial out-of-pocket, and then again using the rebate apps to get money back on the back end. All right, with the rebate apps, when I first started couponing, there was Ibotta, there was probably Saving Star, or Checkout 51 was around. So we didn't have a lot of rebate apps that were around, and so we really at that time relied solely on coupons. And so nowadays it's like there's so many rebate apps, you guys, that it's like you can really make a nice piece of change just using the rebate apps. And so for me, I have 10 that I use consistently. And so let me go over them really quick, because I get this question a lot. As far as apps that I use Swagbucks, My Points, Inbox, and Tada. All 4 of those are pretty much identical. They run the same exact deals, like verbatim. And you can do those deals with each app as long as you're doing it on separate transactions. You can do those deals, and that's one thing I do like about the fact that they're all the same. And if there's an awesome deal, you can do it up to 4 times, which is just really cool. A lot of their deals, you can do it twice a week or twice a month. And you can actually, yeah, you can make some good money through those apps. When I'm doing identical deals between those apps, you just want to make sure you have at least 1 minute between transactions, because sometimes the system reads it as the same, and it might say, oh, this receipt's already been submitted, not looking at the TC number or not looking at the barcode on it. So I always try to have at least a minute between transactions, or at least throw on some extra items to kind of make them different. And they all pay out to PayPal. All right, coupons.com straight to PayPal. I use Ibotta. You guys know Ibotta is like my favorite app, and it pays out to PayPal. You can also link your bank account as well with that, and of course there's always gift cards as an option for all of the apps. Shopkick is my second favorite app, and that one again goes to PayPal as well. Best Reward is another one of my favorites. And that one I cash out by way of CVS gift cards. And then here in California, we can cash out a gift card that's under $10. I usually cash out my gift cards for $10. And then I just take them and I'll buy something really small. What I'll just do is I'll just buy a bag. In California, we have to pay a 10-cent bag fee. And that's the cheapest thing that they have. And I'll just buy a bag and cash it out. I used to do Walmart gift cards for Fetch, but for some reason I always have problems when I use them at Walmart. Shopkick Walmart gift cards are a problem for me as well, but that's what I do as far as Fetch. And what else? Checkout 51, that goes to PayPal, and Brand Club goes straight to, that goes to PayPal as well. I think all of these go to PayPal except Fetch Reward. And so those are the 10 that I use. Another question I get a lot too it's about like, how many accounts do I have? Do I have different devices, different emails and such? All right, so as far as Swagbucks and MyPoints, they share the same email address. Those are like I've had those apps forever, and at that time we just used the same email address. It was never an issue. And so those do share the same email address. Tada, Inbox have different email addresses. So between those 4 apps, I have 3 different email addresses. Coupons.com, I have, in those apps, I just have 1 account. Coupons.com, I have 2 apps, 2 different devices, 2 different phone numbers, obviously 2 different email addresses. Ibotta, I only have 1 account. Shopkick is 1 account. Fetch Reward is 2 accounts, 2 different devices, 2 different email addresses, as well as 2 different phone numbers for verification. Checkout 51, I have 2 accounts, 2 different devices, 2 different email addresses. And honestly, my second account, I almost never, ever use. I use it if there's like a really awesome deal. But other than that, I just use my primary one. Brand Club, 1 account, because I can barely deal with 1 account. I heard a few people mention getting a second Brand Club. I could barely deal with the one I got. I don't want another one. All right. Brand Club is a headache. It's a headache, and I don't need to have 2 accounts to have to worry about. So Brand Club, 1 account. And so yeah, so basically out of all of the ones I have, I only have 2 Fetch accounts, 2 Checkout 51s, and 2 Coupon.com. All of the other ones I only have 1 account. When it comes to email addresses, because I get this question a lot too, when it comes to email addresses and PayPal, what I do is I link multiple email addresses to my PayPal. So I probably have 8 to 10 email addresses that are all linked to my on my PayPal account. So go to your settings and just add an email address. All right, super easy. That way all of your apps, even though they may have different email addresses, can all go to the same PayPal account. All right, so that's kind of how you get around that. You can also apply for a PayPal debit card. It comes off of your balance, so it doesn't charge you any fees or anything like that. I just got a new one. I honestly haven't even gotten around to what do you call it, verifying it or whatever. So what I do is I transfer everything from PayPal to my bank account, and then I withdraw it. And I usually pay with cash whenever I coupon. And that's just what I do. You don't obviously have to do it that way, but that's just what I do. With Shopkick, because I've been getting a lot of questions about Shopkick lately. With Shopkick, if you are doing multiple transactions, now I do multiple transactions because I feel like those receipts process faster, and the faster that it processes, the faster I can do it again. And so if I need to do 4 different transactions just to ensure that I can do those deals again the next day, then that's what I'll do. A couple days ago when I did the Purox deal, as you guys know, there's 3 different rebates on Shopkick. One is for 600, 700, and 900 kicks. All right, I did separate transactions and those processed that same day. I also did another transaction that day where I did all 3 Mindov, and I think it was the Asper cream. That receipt just barely processed like today, which is like 2 days later. And so that's kind of the difference with me. And sometimes the receipts can take upwards of a week to process. But that's just what works for me. I don't know if you guys have a different experience with Shopkick. Again, Shopkick is one of my favorites, definitely my top 3 apps, because I think the biggest thing with Shopkick is that their rebates do tend to reset every day. And their customer service is A1. Like, if I could send customer service a gift basket, I would send them a flipping bouquet of roses, because their customer service is just A1. If you ever are missing any kicks for anything, you guys, put a ticket in, and I guarantee you, most often than not, you'll have your kicks back in like 2 or 3 days. I usually have mine back in like a day or 2, but usually no more than 3 days. All right, don't sleep on that. Because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't get the points, or I didn't get the kicks, and you just kind of let it go. I cannot afford to let anything go. Like, I'm not going to take a loss if I don't have to. If I do a deal and I don't get, it doesn't work out for me, or I don't get the rebate, I have no problem taking it back to the store. It's what I do. I can't afford to take a lot of losses. And I think that when I first started couponing, I took a lot of losses because I was just learning. And so I lost out a lot because I want to save face, don't want to have to be returning stuff. But nowadays, I will take something back to the store, you guys, in a minute. Like, I feel like if I'm buying this to get that, and I don't get that, then this is going back to the store. Simple as that. I like I said, back in the day, your girl was learning, and I took a lot of losses. Nowadays, no. If I don't have to take a loss, I'm not going to. And so I'll take stuff back. If it's something that I'm not getting credit for that I should have, then I don't mind using the receipt, but most often than not, I don't use the receipt. Sometimes they'll card me, and most often than not, they won't. What else as far as rebates? I know a lot of us are not really sure as far as how it's going to work when it's time to file our taxes based on the rebate apps. From my understanding, we don't have to pay taxes on when we get back from rebates. It does have to be reported as non-taxed income, but we don't have to actually pay taxes on it. That's my understanding as of right now. If I need to pull out all my receipts, you guys, and tally up how much it cost me, how much everything cost me, how much gas I used, how much my printer paper is, and how much my ink is, and how much my printer cost me. And if I need to tally up everything, I will be tallying up everything. As simple as that. But that's my understanding as far as taxes are concerned. Yeah, a lot of them were about Brand Club, but I don't want to get into that right now. Brand Club is a whole video of its own. So that's it for this video for right now. If you guys have any other questions that you want me to tackle, start the comment off with a question mark emoji. That way I can screenshot it, and then I can answer that question in the next Q&A video. Other than that, I hope that you guys are having the most amazing day whenever you're watching, wherever you're watching from. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.